After the first pie that you are seeing today, it's time for the second batch of pies. Oven bake from 35 minutes. Obviously 22 grams of fat. These were 50p each, I think, these pies. So let's be honest, you're not getting a lot of steak in there, are you, for 50p? And what you might get in there is a load of rotten old gristle. But I have Tiger here, who is ready for a pie. I will bring him into the review, but unfortunately don't speak English, only dog language. Yes, Crestwood again from Aldi. As I say, the nutritional values are not great. Tender chunks of beef with onion in a delicious gravy. Okay. Well, what can we say? They say cooking instructions is just merely in the oven. Obviously, I'm not going to use an oven because I don't tend to use the oven too much. I think I've only used it once. I'm going to put them in the air fryer, so we will mess about. And 142 grams each pie. But as I say, it was £2 for them. Do I hold out much hope? No. Pies, I always do 180. I'm doing the 4. As I say, I'm going to cook them. At least they fit into the things. I don't know. You never know. On the day I'm making this video, I would have liked to have had a cherry pie. That's all I'm going to say for today. I'll give them 15 minutes to start on 180, and obviously we will go from there. You know, it's not goodbye, it is bonjour. Let's hope this exceeds the other rotten old things. Right, bonjour. So here we go, the last. I put another 10 minutes on, so excited I am. I've even drafted special in a special topping.
My birthday gift.
One of her birthday gifts.
One of my birthday gifts.
Many. Just a bitch who loves Paul. You can tell I chose that.
Yeah, you can.
So, as I say, they had whatever time I said it was earlier, and another 10 minutes. And these are proper cooked. I turned them over halfway through to avoid any hassle. And I'll tell you what, they look alright. And I'll just show you one of them, obviously.
I'm not feeling as enthusiastic about these.
Actually, I love that one. That looks more cooked. So, I'll tell you what, look, they look alright. You've got to remember, in the greater scheme of things,
yeah,
they're 50p. So what do? Am I going to cut this down the middle and see what?
Yeah, cut it down the middle.
See what it's all about. Let's have a. I'll tell you what. Let's have a little. Okay.
Yeah, pass it. Knife and fork.
Knife and fork. You normally just eat with your.
No, I don't just eat with my hands.
Oh, odd ones, but never mind. I guess I'm a bit odd myself, people. Right, let's have a look. Well, let me just chop this in half.
Well, yeah, it's steaming hot all the way through.
Yeah, not like what she tried to do.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Poisonous. It doesn't look too bad.
I'm trying to hold this up. Obviously, it's steaming, but look, it's quite packed with a filling. Look at that.
Quite flaky pastry on top, isn't it?
Yeah, where it was professionally cooked. But I tell you what, it's quite fat though. The pastry, isn't it? It's quite. I don't know.
I tell you what, I'm trying to pull this piece of meat apart, and it's
yeah, it's a bit special.
Yeah.
So there's a general piece of steak. Okay. It's quite. In that half a pie, you got about.
You've got a good few lumps in it.
Yeah, there's more than one. Is it? There's your half a filling. Oh God.
Oh.
Is it that bad or is that special? Let me have a go.
Chewy's not the word for it. It's like putting a lump of rubber in my mouth. Oh, it's made my eyes water.
As I say, it wasn't quite as bad as the reaction from the special there.
Right, let's try a bit of the pastry and gravy.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. The pastry and gravy. The pastry and gravy, I think's all right. The steak is what it is. You know, it's
really
it's chewy, and at 50p a fry, you can't. No, I thought it was alright.
The taste of the pastry and the gravy is actually okay. I can't stomach meat like that. I'm not one for chewy meat.
I thought you liked chewing things. This is one of them that's going to get stuck in your teeth if you're not careful.
I'm
I've got another two in there.
That's going to have to be a no for me.
Yeah,
I can't stomach that. Yeah, it's if you're the type of person who doesn't mind your meat a bit chewy,
yeah,
the actual taste isn't too
yeah,
bad.
this is where I was getting to here. The actual taste of the meat isn't bad, but it is chewy. It was always going to be, wasn't it? For 50p.
Yeah, you're not expecting best steak.
You're not going to be getting rump.
You?
You're not going to be getting rump steak, are you? Let's be honest.
No.
No, you look at.
You're doing it now. It's not great.
That's not. That's like
Gristle.
That's gristle. Ah, yeah. Okay.
Oh.
That's it. Once that happens to me, I'm kind of. That was the one thing when I was a vegetarian for all that time, and I thought I'm never going to get done with that again.
Yeah. These have got the dog's names all over it.
Another two in here.
So we're going to have.
As you can see, so the dogs are going to be very
they
spoiled.
They won't mind at all. Look at Tiger's face. He's thinking.
Getting back to it. What they are.
Yeah.
I think some people will eat them and say, mate, there's nothing wrong with that, which I understand. I don't want to eat gristle, mate. That's not for me.
I can't cope with it. No, it's not.
The steak was very chewy. Not quite spit it out in the bin, but yeah, it was bad. But then some people will probably say, mate, there's nothing wrong with that. I could eat that. And that's fair play. For me, it's a definite no-no.
Tender chunks.
I mean, yeah. Tender chunks.
Fibers.
Tender chunks of gristle, eh? There you go. Not for oneself, unfortunately, but I can see the thing with people. I get it, you know.
My dad would have eaten that.
Yeah, my dad would love that.
Yeah.
If you're on a budget and that, I still wouldn't buy it.
No, I didn't.
We've got the chicken bolty ones next, which I think will be all right. This was always going to be a tough one. Come on, £2 for 4 steak and gravy. Tells you straight away. You know what I mean?
It's not going to be top.
It's not going to be. It's not going to be, like I say, rump, sirloin, or anything like that, is it?
No,
but yeah, remember there's another 2 in there.
Yeah.
I think for the breakfast or something.
Yeah, they can have it with their breakfast. I love that.
Yeah, for the dogs, mate. They're doing for a treat, aren't they? Well, especially Tiger, he gets more, of course. Not that I'm biased towards one dog, but he's kind of a little bit more special. So, yeah, it's a no-no from both of us.
Yeah.
Don't worry, people. Chicken balti pies tomorrow.
Balti next.
This is the 3rd pie review. Am I ever going to get a good pie? Probably not until I go to the butcher's. You know it's not good pie. It's bonjour.